Cruise excursions in Norway can cost a fortune, but do you actually need them? We visited two of Norway's most popular cruise ports, Ålesund and Stavanger, ports that cruise ships call at all year round. But when you step off the ship, what's the best way to explore? Is it worth booking a cruise line excursion, heading off on an independent trip, or can you see plenty just by walking around the town? In this video, we'll show you what you can do in each port, how easy they are to explore, and which option gives you the most for your time in port, so you can decide what's right for your cruise. Today we are in Alesund, and we've actually got a excursion booked today. We are going on a mini cruise this morning. I don't know what we're going to see. It's going to be exciting. The weather today is 12 degrees. It's going to rain all day. If you've seen my packing video in Norway, you know that you always need to bring your waterproofs to Norway. So I'm going to make sure I've got mine on. We are now going to venture down and onto our cruise, and you can come with us and see what it's like. See if it's something you'd like to do if you were in Alesund. It's only for the morning, so you can come back, have a bit of lunch, and then, pop out and see Alesund in the afternoon, which is what we plan to do. Let's go! So here I am on the cruise. Tina's looking out at the scenery. It's absolutely lovely. You have a lower deck that you can sit in, and it's all undercover if the weather's not great and you want to, not face the elements. Or you can come out on the deck and, you can see the scenery and take some photographs. And yeah, it's absolutely lovely. So here we are in the wind and the rain, and it's quite chilly, but I tell you what, we are still outdoors on top deck. Most people have gone inside now. There's only a few of us still out here. We're the hardy people. Yeah. Tina and I, we're from the Midlands. We're used to this weather. we were dragged up. There you go. Yes. So it's great, and we've both said we're absolutely loving being out here in the fresh, exhilarating air, looking at the scenery, looking at the waterfalls, looking at the the roughness and the rawness of the scenery. It's just great. If you do this sort of cruise, come out here and experience it. It's wonderful. So we are back from our cruise this morning, which was fabulous, and Tina and I had a really, really lovely time. There was commentary if you sat inside, and if you were on the open deck you could just about hear it as well. But we are back now, and the weather is a little bit chilly, it's a little bit drizzly, so we've decided to come back onto the ship and have lunch. We're having fish and chips. We're going to warm ourselves up. Tina's gone to get me a cup of tea, and then we're planning to go back out for a couple of hours and just explore Alesund and see what there is to offer. So yeah, let's do it. So I've had lunch, I'm nice and warm for my fish and chips, and now I'm back off in search of what's in store at Alesund. And when you get off your ship at Alesund, I'm going to show you what there is as soon as you leave the ship. There's hop-on, hop-off buses, there's little trains you can get on, there's trips. Here's a little selection of what you can do if you haven't booked an excursion on your ship. So at the moment we're just having a little wander around the town, seeing what there is to see. It's picturesque, isn't it?
It's beautiful, really nice, yeah.
Because when we first pulled up, did you think was it what you imagined it to be when we first pulled up? When we docked this morning?
Probably not so much, as I was saying to you. I think it was just seeing I expected to be like some really picturesque town kind of thing, and instead what we saw was modern buildings, you know. So I was a little bit shocked by that, but yeah, I mean the architecture walking in now is much better, getting away from those big
newer buildings.
Modern buildings.
I think that's the thing, isn't it? When your ship docks, you do just see the big modern buildings, but you've just got to walk a little bit further into town to the older district, and there is some lovely architecture here, isn't there? Some of the buildings are really pretty, and the statues, and there is, you know, some nice parts of Alesund here to discover. I didn't actually see anybody handing out maps, Tina, when we got off the ship. Did you?
No, there wasn't.
I think when I came last time there was, but we haven't got off the ship until like 2 o'clock. So perhaps the map person has gone home, and I think that everybody who's going to get off who wants a map has got a map. It's not a massive town, so it's really walkable. Plenty of shops, plenty of cafes, plenty of places to escape from the drizzle. So let's go and see what else we can see. I'm not sure, but is this the public conveniences? So today I was going to go and walk up to the top of the hill in Alesund. Now I have done that route before, so I've made it to the top, and there are absolutely spectacular views up here. It is really good. It's probably not going to come out quite as well on the video, but it is pretty amazing. Clouds are hanging quite low over the landscape. I can see the cruise boat down there in the distance, looking tiny, and it's just great to come up and spend a few minutes just to look and take in everything that's going on down below. I'm glad I did it. It was worth the steps count. I'm just going to get my breath back, and then I'll go back down. I think I'll need a drink after this. If you're coming to Alesund, it's a great thing to do. Check it out and see if it's for you.
So we wondered if this old troll wanted a photograph, and this little fella obliged.
You're as bad as Giles. He uses that joke. Have you been watching his videos?
I have, yeah. They're very good. He's very witty.
Every time.
Actually, that does look a little bit like Giles.
It does look like Giles.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's got a big nose, this troll.
Yeah.
And not much hair.
I think that's got a little bit more hair than Giles. It's the ears, I think. It's definitely the ears.
I'm missing you, Giles. Are you going to come over and visit us? You can probably just hear the wind now. We've finished our day in Alesund. We've had a fabulous day on the cruise, wandering around. Great place to come, even on a windy, misty October day. So here I am, welcome. I'm in Stavanger today. Just got off Fred Olsen's Borealis and we are going to explore Stavanger. We're going to have a look around the new town and later we're going on a walking tour. I'll show you what there is to do in Stavanger. So if you're coming, you can plan your day here. So yeah, let's get on with it. So I'm in the tourist information office. It's right next to where the ship docks. There are loads of free maps that you can get in here and there is some free Wi-Fi that you can use, so you can get yourself sorted if you're going to do something independently. There are people to ask for ideas of what to do. So there is a Viking museum here as well, just as you step off your ship. It's only about 100 metres away. So when you get off your ship and you're walking along the harbour's edge, there are loads of guys in red hop on and hop off jackets trying to get you to get on the hop on hop off buses. So this is 495 Norwegian kroner and it takes about an hour to do the trip.
We can also give you the map.
Oh, bless you. Thank you very much for your help
Have a
today.
lovely day.
And you, thank you. Lots of little cruise boats as you walk around the harbour that I presume you can get onto and have a little trip. But I think sometimes when I've been on a cruise ship for a few days, I quite like to have a walk on land to get acquainted with the local area. But I think there are plenty of boat tours if that's your thing here. Stavanger's city centre is wonderfully compact and an easy stroll from where your cruise ship docks. In fact, it's barely a 10-minute walk before you find yourself right in the heart of things. The architecture is beautifully traditional and almost storybook-like. It feels as if you've wandered onto the set of a Nordic period drama. This footage was taken at around 9:30 a.m. on a Saturday morning, and as you can see, the city was still waking up. Very peaceful, calm and absolutely lovely. A quick word of warning though, Stavanger does love a cobblestone and some of them are enthusiastically uneven. We watched a few people wobbling their way across them, so do yourself a favour and wear sensible shoes. Your ankles will thank you. The city centre is full of charming shops selling all sorts of treasures, and it's incredibly easy to get pleasantly lost meandering through the little lanes and browsing the various stores. Cafe culture is alive and thriving here too, and there are plenty of cosy spots to stop for a break. We can personally vouch for Norwegian coffee, strong enough to wake the dead, and the cinnamon buns, oh, they are nothing short of sublime. Stavanger Cathedral is a real highlight. It's the only cathedral from the Middle Ages in Norway that's kept its original architecture and has been in continuous use since the 1300s. We didn't go inside this time, but the outside alone is worth a wander around. When we visited, there was a small market by the harbour and the locals were out enjoying a relaxed weekend stroll, which added to the lovely atmosphere. Later in the day, we joined a guided walking tour booked through Fred Olsen Cruises. There were a few different excursion options available. We opted for a tour around the town with a local guide, and she was fantastic. Our group was small, with only about 12 people, and she paced things well, stopping every few minutes to share stories about the harbour, Stavanger's fishing heritage and the history of the city centre. If you pick this excursion, you do need to be able to navigate the cobbles and be able to walk around town for a couple of hours with no issues. I would guess that we walked around 5 to 6 kilometres in total, as we had a few stops and a 20-minute coffee break. We learned all sorts of fun facts, including that Stavanger is the second rainiest city in Norway, which made our glorious sunshine feel like a small miracle. And as if that wasn't enough, the tour also included coffee and cake. Honestly, any excursion involving cake is usually a winner in my book, and this one didn't disappoint. The tour then took us into the old part of Stavanger, which is absolutely beautiful. Think picture-perfect wooden houses, tiny cobbled streets and buckets of character. This area is also home to the Norwegian Canning Museum. Now, we didn't go in, but if you're passionate about tinned fish, this may well be your spiritual home. The whole area is right next to the cruise port, so it's easy to explore, though the cobbles might prove difficult if you've got mobility issues. The whole excursion took around 2 hours, and we were really glad we did it. Getting a local's insight added so much to our visit. One of my absolute favourite things about Stavanger is the street art and sculpture dotted around the city. Wherever you turn, there's something colourful or creative to catch your eye. Huge murals, quirky sculptures and little artistic surprises in the most unexpected places. It gives the whole city a vibrant, modern feel, and we spent ages just stopping and admiring it all. And then there's the sail in and out of Stavanger. That is stunning. There's always something to look at. Elegant bridges, rugged mountains, tiny islands sprinkled across the water, and picture-perfect houses tucked along the shoreline. If you spend some time out on deck, breathing in the fresh sea air and soaking in the views, you really get a sense of just how beautiful this part of Norway is. So our day in Stavanger is coming to an end. We've done a lot, haven't we, today here? It's been great. It's a great place to come to. I really love Stavanger. We've been lucky today. The weather's been kind to us. Apparently, it's one of the cities in Norway that gets the most rain. I think she said it's the second rainiest city.
It is,
yeah. So we've been really lucky with the weather. There's just some fabulous arty stuff around in the city, lots of interesting things to look at, some great seagulls, and just a really interesting walking tour, because I've learnt a lot about Stavanger today that I didn't know, and I will definitely come back to Stavanger again. I think out of the 3 ports that we visited on this cruise, definitely been my favourite.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, absolutely.
There's still so much that we haven't had chance to look at, and that we haven't had chance to do. So I think if I come again, there's so many more things that I'd really like to do. So thank you so much for joining us today. If you're coming here, you can have a great time.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time. So bye from Stavanger. Bye.